let's talk a little about Spider-Man, Gwen Stacy, and specifically the quote-unquote big reveal from the debut issue of the Dan Slott Jim Chung 2016 Spider-Man mega blockbuster event, originally dubbed Dead No More, but now titled Dead No More: The Clone Conspiracy. In it, we are told that Dr. Miles Warren, aka the Jackal, has perfected his cloning process to the point where they have evolved beyond merely cloning a person along with replicating their memories. Instead, thanks to the complimentary tie-in Amazing Spider-Man Volume 4 number 20, we find that this new process is considered reanimation by all concerned. This new Jackal gloats that he's, quote, found a way to restore from genetic material the deceased's persona and memories, right up to the moment of death, thanks to a psychic imprint. So in a nutshell, the Jackal clones a new body and then implants the original persona and memories onto the new body, creating a perfect facsimile. If you're wondering what the difference is between cloning and reanimation, cloning is by definition a perfect copy. Reanimation, or medically referred to as resuscitation, is reviving a person from clinical death. By definition alone, the process the Jackal follows is not reanimation at all, but a more complicated version of cloning. Though some may argue that the differences between a genetically identical copy and the genuine article are negligible at best. To this point, the only two major differences in the clones between the Clone Saga from 1994 and the Clone Conspiracy of 2016 is some half-explained psychic imprint nonsense and a pill used to prevent degeneration. Hilariously, if you recall the 1994 Clone Saga, you'd know the cloning process Miles Warren used not only included the original host persona and memories, but was also refined to where not only was the degeneration problem resolved, it was mastered to the point where degeneration could happen on cue. So the idea that somehow Warren's process got worse over time is kind of baffling, unless you wanted to make the argument that the new redundant psychic imprinting process somehow physically affected the clone's physiology. Of course, if you pull that thread, degeneration itself is kind of an issue when you consider that a clone is a perfect copy, and altering the tiniest genetic aspect of a subject's physiology would result in either no clone at all or a horrific mistake of science, but, you know, no. At the end of the day, we're looking at a new Clone Saga that's trying to simultaneously capitalize on its popularity, however infamously obtained, and yet also be something uniquely different. But the more things change, the more they stay the same. As of the debut of Dead No More, we have yet another Gwen Stacy clone running around, currently working for the Jackal. And while this might seem shocking and new, it's mere echoes of what we've seen before. In fact, every single Gwen Stacy clone has worked for the Jackal either directly or indirectly in each of their lifetimes. At this point, Peter Parker should never be surprised by a Gwen clone. Disgusted? Yeah. Frustrated? I would be, but not surprised. The image of Spider-Man incredulously shouting Gwen when he sees her towards the end of Clone Conspiracy number 1 is a laugh-out-loud moment when you consider all the other times that it's happened. And that's not even including Goblin Daughters or Ultimate Universe counterparts. Look, the point of this exercise is just to point out how ridiculous and intricate continuity can be. I'm sure Slott's got a few tricks left up his sleeve before this thing's wrapped up, but right out of the gate, when you're directly referencing what came before, even to the point of using the same font choice as the originals for your title, I think you know you're putting a continuity target on your book. So in the spirit of all things being cyclical, let us know what you hope makes a comeback from the original Clone Saga this time around. Ben Reilly, Spider-Side, Scryers, Baby May Parker, dare I say, Dr. Judas Traveler? Let us know in the comments. Until next time, Spider friends.